The second summit for the Belt and Road Initiative has been taking place in Beijing this week. The Chinese initiative is not only about economic cooperation, but also a means to bring people from the different nations together. Working towards the goal is Qiang Ma, a Chinese businessman living in Egypt. Ma is also a 2018 Big Ben Awards winner for the Global Outstanding Young Persons Prize. CGTN's Yasser Hakim has more from this interview. Let's take a look.
Saleh Ma has been living in Egypt since 2000. He is married and has 2 children. Ma owns several businesses, such as granite and shoe factories. But now he devotes his full time to his media application company in Cairo.
Why did you choose Egypt first, and how did you start your business here in Egypt?
I
first came as a university student, but I worked as a translator during my studies. I then started to import goods from China and sell them here. I saw a lot of potential in Egypt, so I told my parents that I would stay in Egypt once I finished my university. From importing products, I saved money and bought a machine from China and opened a small granite workshop and shoe factory. And from there, my business grew.
What are the challenges you faced when your business here in Egypt, and how did you try to overcome these challenges?
My first challenge living here was language. I learnt Arabic but didn't understand the Egyptian dialect, and after some time I had to learn the Egyptian way so that people could understand me. The second challenge in business was in 2013 when I had a new foam factory, but I faced dollar shortage issues after the devaluation of the Egyptian pound. In 2016, I sold the factory and I established this startup in 2017 for applications.
How did your family settle here in Egypt, and how can they be able to work with Egyptians or have good relations with Egyptians?
I am married to a Chinese woman and we have 2 little girls. One of them, Kausar, was born in Egypt, but now she's back in China for high school. One of the problems when settling down was the language and communication at the beginning. Another problem was that I had to leave my wife at home for long periods because of my work outside Cairo, but my Egyptian neighbors and friends took her in and helped her settle down and get used to the Egyptian living. We never felt alone.
The Chinese expats, how are they living here in Egypt, and how can you communicate with the Egyptians?
There are many Chinese in Egypt, and more are arriving through tourism. When the Chinese come to Egypt and meet with Egyptians, they discover how similar we are, and we get on very well. Maybe because of the long history and deep-rooted culture of both civilizations. It's easy to make friends here. Me and most Chinese expats have a lot of friends in Egypt, even people I haven't met for a long time. They call me every once in a while to ask about me. There is a strong bond between us and Egyptians.